Namaskar, good morning to all of you. This is Suraj Singh, Engineer Suraj Singh from Faridabad, Bharat, Civil Engineer, Chartered Engineer, Professional Engineer, International Professional Engineer. Regarding talk, continuation of Constitution of India and it is Constitution of India today regarding Constitution of India Article 370 India connection, which is very important point. And before that, as usual, I try to inform saying to all just for information, Bharat ka Savidhaan, which is very specific document this time in, in current affairs, high level of current affairs all over the world in, affected on J&K, something which should have been avoided, but political compulsion of ours did not avoid that due to whatever reason. Well, we'll discuss that one. And as usual, just to inspire our people, let them aspire about what we think of. That is very important. Again, I would say that preambles of Constitution of India, as usual, we discuss. And I start with same again because I have to shift then to jump over to death of Constitution of India, Article 370, which is very significant these days and shall impact our coming times and involvement will be our country, Pakistan, Kashmir Republic, and international stages from different and various angles. So let us say preambles of Constitution of India, Bharat Savidhan. We people of Bharat, India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India Bharat into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring dignity of individual and unity and integrity of nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day, November 1949, we do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. This is this is contents of preambles, which tops Constitution of India. And once again, just to let to remember it better, we people of Bharat, India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India Bharat into a sovereign, social, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote all fraternity, assuring dignity of individual, unity, and integrity of nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this day on the 6th November 1949, we do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves Constitution. And jump then over to fundamental duties under Article 51A of Part 4 Constitution of this country, and that is it shall be duty of every citizen of this country, India Bharat, that they abide by Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, national flag and national anthem, to cherish, follow noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India, Bharat to different country and render national service when called upon so to do, to provide harmony and spirit of brotherhood among all people of this country, Bharat, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practice derogating to dignity of women, to value and preserve rich heritage of our culture, to protect and improve natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for all living creatures. To develop scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry, and reform to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. To strive with excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement. Who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunity for education to his children? This child's case may be or ward between the age of 6 and 14, and this is called duties, fundamental duties, which are a must and must be known to everyone. This is the minimum one, and there's no limit for maximum one. It shall be duty of every citizen of India, Bharat, to comply with these, which I just said, to abide by Constitution, respect its idols, institution, national flag, and national anthem, cherish and follow noble idols which inspired our national struggle for freedom, uphold and protect sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India, to defend country and render national service when called supposed to do, to provide harmony and spirit of brotherhood among all people of India, transcending religious and linguistic and national and sectional diversity, to renounce practice derogatory to the dignity of women, to value preserve such heritage of our culture, to protect and improve natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures, to develop scientific, temporal humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activities so that nation constantly rises to higher level of endeavor and achievement, to the parent or guardian to provide opportunity for education to his child, as case may be of ward between age 6 and 14, and this is our constitutional duties which we have to do. Now come on to the topic which is very significant now. This was just introduction because I want everybody to remember daily what is preamble and what are constitution before doing anything. So we constitute ourselves this country, nobody else constitutes. And therefore we have to be smart enough to remember all the time what we are and what we should do in addition to our family issues, in addition to our job, profession, whatever else, all come next to this what I said. If you are a Bharatvasi, if you belong to this country, it is your duty to remember your preambles, to remember your constitution, to remember your duties are fundamental before demanding any fundamental right or before demanding any other right or any other privilege that you enjoy by virtue of being subject of this country, citizen of this country. And let us go now to our subject of today. This subject is not actually a subject. This in itself is an institution of this country, and that is issue of Jammu and Kashmir, which is very burning issue at this time. This is not national issue, but also this is Pakistan issue. This is Jammu and Kashmir issue, and this is UNO issue, and this is international issue impacting upon our two countries, Bharat and Pakistan, and many more issues which would come in future. But we have to understand now what's going on, what has been happening, because this is not today's issue. This issue started in 1947. We all know about that. No need of explaining again. But question is, what is ongoing? Is it right or it's not right? There are many options on that. There are many considerations on that. My opinion is one, your opinion can be one, and there can be opinion of government, there can be action by government, there can be opinion by opposition, there can be action by opposition, there can be opinion by Pakistan, there can be action by Pakistan, there can be opinion of those people who are directly impacted upon by this, and that is most important factor, most important stakeholder in this case, and they are people of state of Jammu and Kashmir, now bifurcated into union territory. That is different issue, but still they are people of Jammu and Kashmir, and they are most highest, you can say, stakeholder in this issue, more than ours and more than Pakistan and more than UNO powers, because they are directly impacted upon adversely or by, you can say, good way, both way. We have to consider what are happening, why are happening. We have to see that what are happening in this is a question. Why so many things, why so many topics are simultaneously working about this issue? Is it political oriented or it is a orientation for a better future? It is international image oriented or it is a question of reputation and war. All are involved. Government can say whatever they want to say. Parliament can do whatever they want to do. In addition to all that, public is more important than all those. We have very vast majority of people who are in favor of this, and we have also those intellectual people who are not understanding anything in this. They are just talking for sake of talking. Political people are talking for sake of talking. Political people are making arguments for sake of arguments, and they are, till today, I did not find a single person out of our country, out of Pakistan, out of someone else, what they have analyzed and what they have understood out of this, except that all talks and plus and minus are have been ongoing. That is not right way. We have to understand what has happened actually. To understand that, we have to go into past, because I have seen on the internet every day. I've been in touch with the internet, particularly to this topic, and I'm seeing that. I understood that. I have noticed that people who are working on the internet by own or by paid, they are not at all understanding anything. They have no analysis with them. Forget analysis. They have no picture of this issue. They have no, and you can say, no history of this. They are unaware of anything in this regard. And even politicians, Congress, opposition, or government of India, BJP and all, and including President of India, they're all unaware of this. Signing is not enough. Understanding of topic is very important. You may get everything signed, you may get everything approved by Lok Sabha, you may get everything approved by Rajya Sabha, or Pakistan may give a lecture, Imran Khan may give a lecture in their joint house of parliament, but that doesn't solve problem. Problem lies somewhere else. This is different kind of problem whole world exists. It's sometimes now I feel it's going on parallel lines to what is Palestine doing and what is Israel doing. It is developing similar pattern of design, which is going to harm interest of our country as well as interest of affected people, and they are Jammu and Kashmir subjects who are mostly affected. Let us go back to why we have reached this situation. There is a question mark. Question mark is this, I have explained before also. This is historical issue. This is issue that took birth in 1947 because of partition or separation of India 1 into India 2, and that is Bharat and Pakistan. That happened, that cannot be denied. But Bharat and Pakistan did not contain state of Jammu and Kashmir in India Independence Act. It didn't contain that. It was an independent nation, and it later on joined us based on certain conditions. And those conditions cannot be ignored, cannot be condoned. Those conditions are still alive. We may accept this or we may not accept this. This intellectual question, and what people say, I least bother. What BJP says, what Congress says, one others say, I least bother about that, because I am working on analysis of this. I am using my brain to understand what facts are. I don't care. People may call me bad things. People may give me bad names. It's their prerogative. They can give me abuses. I don't mind, because I am not going to receive any abuses. If you are giving me abuses, that's your privilege. You give it, no problem. It goes in air. But question is, I'm not criticizing also. I am just conducting a depth study, and that study, I'm not expert of this, but it doesn't mean that you have to be expert of everything to study something. And something is very important. What actually has happened in connection to state of Jammu and Kashmir? People have not analyzed it properly, and our Prime Minister, our Home Minister, our government, Congress, opposition are sleeping. They are all in sleeping mode. They are taking certain decisions without working on it, without doing any homework, without doing any analytical work, and without doing anything. They are just passing words and sentences in parliament as well as out of parliament. And same thing is happening in Pakistan also. I have seen their videos, I have seen what they talk. There is no difference at all between two countries, except amity existing between two countries is dominating this role, which is not acceptable, which is not applicable even in this case. There are so many issues related. Our people don't understand, our youth don't understand, and they cannot understand also. Even if you tell them, even explain to them, they will not understand, because excitement and emotions do not allow someone to analyze and understand. Once you are in emotion, you are sentimental, you will not listen, because you are dominated by your conscious, by your heart in that case. Until you are in domination under heart or conscience, your mind will not receive anything. Once your heart subsidizes, your conscious electric current subsidizes, only then your mind should start working, and then you can analyze. But by that time it could be too late, and I don't want to see it should be too late. I'm not emotional, and I'm not follower of government. I'm not follower of opposition. I'm not follower of Pakistan. I'm not follower of anybody. I'm not follower of the public, and I'm not follower of you what the UN says. I am follower of what document says. For me, documents are more important than what PM says, what Home Minister says, or what President signs, or what Congress says, or what OBC says, or what somebody else says. Unfortunately, I did not find a single person in last 2 3 days who have exposed oneself that he analyzed each and every issue, but they are not able to do anything in this case. They are just in doldrums. Even Congress top leaders have hesitated to speak clearly in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. I expected something from Chidambaram. I did not expect anything from Kapil Sibal. I did not expect anything from Singhvi. I expected something from Chidambaram, but he also avoided that speech part in Rajya Sabha. Unfortunately, he wanted to speak something which he avoided due to some reason. I don't know what reason was there, because Congress could be criticized on that. That is why he avoided that. But question is not Congress could be criticized or could not be criticized. Question is fact remain fact. Facts remain fact. You have to understand that. It's not only Bharat internal issue now, not at all. What Sonia Gandhi thinks, let her think. Sonia Gandhi's representative spoke correctly, but people did not accept that. You cannot avoid facts. Facts said this. You have to avoid facts. You cannot. Until you don't accept facts, solutions cannot come out, and we have done something right and something wrong. There are two views of this issue, very important, significant issues, which will harm us as well as which will benefit us both ways. Of course, we could not understand, and we have to go back to 1947 how we got this state of Jammu and Kashmir with us, access to us. People are not clear about that, and we have to understand what happened after that. Article 370 of Constitution India is very much powerful article, and it was powerful. And after that, follow up this in chain to this article, in conjunction to this article, Constitutional Order 48 of 1954 evolved. It was constituted for application of our constitution onto the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Title of that article is implying that one. Constitutional Order 48, which was ordered in 1954 for applications of our constitution, our prime constitution, that is Bharat ka Savidhaan, onto state of Jammu and Kashmir. That is very significant document, and that was very significant document. But we have to, before going into that, we have to understand how it happened. Kashmir was in problem in 1947. Hari Singh, King then King, did not want to join either of us. He had written to Pakistan before writing to us about stand-alone agreement, and Pakistan has that document. But later on, King changed his mind and did not join Pakistan. Despite giving a written document to Pakistan about stand-alone agreement, this person wanted to remain independent, but that independence was not accepted by British, so he delayed joining our country, India, Bharat. There was some dispute, hot pursuit by Pakistan, Qawwalis and Pakistan people, and King's people, Hari Singh people, had very little force, and they could not encounter Pakistan and those Qawwalis, which forced him to talk to our country, Lord Mountbatten, and Lord Mountbatten demanded that he was given writing so that we could allow our forces to support Jammu and Kashmir. Otherwise, Lord Mountbatten was not interested to violate provisions of UNO Charter, which UNO started in 1945 and it was 1947, just a period of 1.5 years. This happened, and we did not want to violate provisions and orders of UNO Charter. So, what happened that this king immediately sent one document entitled Instrument of Accession to Bharat, to India. And this was handed over to Mountbatten, and Mountbatten ordered Jawaharlal and Patel to start helping state of Jammu and Kashmir king what demands, send forces and encounter that, and this happened, is continued after that. Then what happened after, you know that. That is first document is accession of JNK to Bharat, India. And that document is very clear. I yesterday spoke about that document and I narrated that document word by word to you people. And that document is prime document of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, which mandates and governs a part in our constitution of this country. You may say that that part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir instrument of accession is integrated part of our constitution, though there was a constitutional order based on that document under Article 370 that evolved details of how to rule the state of Jammu and Kashmir in alliance with Constitution of Bharat, main part of contract. And that is reality. We have to understand that first. There's a confusion that there is a separate constitution of state of Jammu and Kashmir. There is no separate constitution. There is an annexed constitution, which means how Constitution of India Bharat applies to state of Jammu and Kashmir. That is, you can say, a formula constitution, a constitution that gives guidelines, that mandates a formula to apply to state of Jammu and Kashmir in line to comply with Constitution of Bharat, India, and that is welcome and that is no problem. It happened since 1954 and before 19 that it has been continuing and there was no problem at all. Issue is 370, how it came to being. That's the point. In meanwhile, there was a dispute between there was a war between our country and Pakistan, and we could not win it 100%. And Pakistan lost area. There's some problem, and we got some part of Jammu and Kashmir land, and that Pakistan got some part of Jammu and Kashmir land. That's called Pak occupied Kashmir, and our portion is our portion. Due to this, we had to reach UNO Security Council because of reason the war was going on, and we wanted to have ceasefire. And you know what happened after that? That we were ordered by UNO, both Pakistan and our country, that under resolution we had to conduct plebiscite. And this I will just brief out what was in that. And that is very important document. And I would now say that UNO, that's called UNO resolution, state of J&K, Security Council plebiscite plan. Now I would say the Security Council plebiscite plan, what is that? That is very important to understand. Text of resolution on India-Pakistan question. Now it is, Security Council says, having considered complaint of government of Bharat, India concerning dispute over state of Jammu and Kashmir, having heard representatives of Pakistan being strongly of opinion that early restoration of peace and order in Jammu and Kashmir is essential and that India and Pakistan should do their utmost to bring about the cessation of all fighting, noting with satisfaction that both India and Pakistan desire that accession of Jammu and Kashmir to India or Pakistan should be decided through democratic method of a free and impartial plebiscite. Considering that continuation of dispute is likely to endanger international peace and security. This is one. Then reaffirms Council issued resolution of 17th January. Resolution Resolution reaffirms Council of Resolution of 17th January. Resolves that member of commission established by resolution of Council of 20th January 1948 shall be increased to 5 and shall include, in addition to membership mentioned in resolution, representatives of and this that if a membership of commission has not been completed within 10 days from date of adoption of this resolution, President of Council may designate such other member or members of United Nations as are required to complete membership of 5. Instructs Commission to proceed at once to Indian subcontinent and there place its good offices and mediation at disposal of Government of India and Pakistan with a view to facilitating taking of necessary measures both with respect to restoration of peace and order and to holding of a plebiscite by two governments acting in a cooperation with one another and with a commission and further instructs commission to keep council informed of action taken under resolution and to and recommends to governments of India and Pakistan following measures as those which in the opinion of council are appropriate to bring about the cessation of fighting and to create proper conditions for a free and impartial plebiscite to decide whether the state of Jammu and Kashmir is to accede to India or to Pakistan. A. Restoration of peace and order. Government of Pakistan should undertake to use its best endeavors A. To secure withdrawal from state of Jammu and Kashmir of tribes, men and Pakistani nationals not normally resident therein who have entered state for purpose of fighting and to prevent any intrusion into state of such elements and furnishing of materials linked to those fighting in state. To make known to all concerned that measures indicated in this and following paragraphs provide full freedom to all subjects of state and that therefore they should cooperate in maintenance of peace and order. 2. Government of India should, notes for Government of India, A. When it is established to satisfaction of Commission set up in accordance with Council's Resolution 20 January that tribesmen are withdrawing and that arrangements of for cessation of fighting have become effective, put into operation in consultation with Commission a plan for withdrawing their own forces from Jammu and Kashmir and reducing them progressively to minimum strength required for support of civil power in maintenance of law and order. B. Make known that withdrawal is taking place in stages and announce completion of each stage. C. When Indian forces shall have been reduced to minimum strength mentioned in A above, arrange for consultation with Commission for stationing of remaining forces to be carried out in accordance with following principles. 1. That presence of troops should not afford any intimidation or appearance of intimidation to inhabitants of the state. B. That as small a number possible should be retained in forward areas. That any reserve of troops which may be included in total strength should be located within their present base area. Then point 3, Government of India should agree that until such time as plebiscite administration referred to below finds it necessary to exercise powers of direction and supervision over the state of forces and policy provided for with in part in paragraph and they will be held in areas to be agreed upon with plebiscite administrator. Point number 4. After plan referred to in paragraph 2A above has been put into operation, personnel recruited locally in each district should so far as possible be utilized for reset establishment and maintenance of law and order with due regard to protection of minorities subject to such additional requirements as may be specified by plebiscite administration referred to in paragraph 7. If these local forces should be found to be inadequate, a commission subject to agreement of both governments of India and government of Pakistan should arrange for use of such forces or other dominion as it deems effective for purpose of pacification. Then point B, plebiscite. Government of India should undertake to ensure that Government of State invite major political groups to designate responsible representatives to share equitably and fully in conduct of this administration at ministerial level while plebiscite is being prepared and carried out. Government of India should undertake that there will be established in Jammu and Kashmir a plebiscite administration to hold plebiscite as soon as possible on question of accession to state to India or Pakistan. Government of India should undertake that there will be delegated by state to plebiscite administration such powers as later considers necessary for holding a fair and impartial plebiscite, including for that purpose only direction and supervision of state forces and police. Then 9. Government of India should, at request of plebiscite administration, make available from Indian forces such assistance as plebiscite administration may require for performance of its functions. Then 10A. Government of India should agree that nominee of Secretary General of United Nations will be appointed to be plebiscite administrator. B. Plebiscite administrator acting as an officer of the state of Jammu and Kashmir should have authority to nominate his assistants and other subordinates and to draw regulations governing plebiscite. Such nominees should be formally appointed and such draft regulations should be formally promulgated by state of Jammu and Kashmir. Government of India should undertake that Government of Jammu and Kashmir will appoint fully qualified persons nominated by plebiscite administrator to act as special magistrates within state judicial system to hear cases which in opinion of plebiscite administrator have a serious bearing on preparation for and conduct of a free and impartial plebiscite. The term of service of administrator should form subject of a separate negotiation between Secretary General of United Nations and Government of India. Administrator should fix terms of services for his assistants and subordinate. Administrator should have right Administrator should have right to communicate directly with government of state and with Commission of Security Council and through Commission with Security Council, with Government of India and Pakistan and with representative with Commission. It would be his duty to bring to notice of any or all of foregoing as his direction and his discretion may decide any circumstances arising which may tend in his opinion to interfere with freedom of plebiscite. Government of India should undertake to prevent and to give full support to administrator and his staff in preventing any threat, coercion, or intimidation, bribery, or other undue influence on voters in plebiscite. And Government of India should publicly announce and should cause Government of State to announce this undertaking as an international obligation binding on all public authorities and officials in Jammu and Kashmir. 12. Government of India should themselves and through Government of State declare and make known that all subjects of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, regardless of creed, caste or party, will be safe and free in expressing their views and voting on questions of accession to state, and that there will be freedom of press, speech and assembly and freedom of travel in state, including freedom of lawful entry and exit. 13. Government of India should use and should ensure that Government of State also use their best endeavor to effect withdrawal from state of all Indian nationals other than those who are normally resident therein or who on or since 15th August 1947 have entered it for a lawful purpose. 14. Government of India should ensure that Government of State release all political prisoners and take all possible steps so that all citizens of a state who have left it on account of disturbances are invited and are free to return to their homes and to exercise their rights as such citizens. There is no victimization. Minorities in all parts of state are accorded adequate protection. Commission of Security Council should, at end of plebiscite, certify to Council whether plebiscite has or has not been really free and impartial. General provisions. Six, the government of India and Pakistan should each be invited to nominate a representative to be attached to commission for such assistance as it may require in performance of its task. Commission should establish in Jammu and Kashmir such observers as it may require for any of proceedings in pursuance of measures indicated in foregoing paragraphs. Security Council Commission should carry out tasks assigned to its herein. UN Security Council resolution, okay. United Nations Commission for India and Pakistan, having given careful consideration to points of view expressed by representative of India and Pakistan regarding the situation in State Jammu and Kashmir, being of opinion that the prompt cessation of hostilities and correction of conditions, continuance of which is likely to endanger international peace and security, are essential to be implemented of its endeavors to assist the government of India and Pakistan in effecting final settlement of situation, resolves to submit simultaneously to the government of India and Pakistan following proposals: Part 1 ceasefire order, Part 2 truce agreement, and Part 3 the UN Security Council Resolution S11196 of January 5, 1949, UN Security Council Resolution of March 14, 1950, UN Security Council Resolution of November 10, 1951. Then there are so many data given here which I don't need to explain here. Then it's coming up Part 1, this is ceasefire order. Government of India and Pakistan agree that their respective high commands will issue separate and simultaneously a ceasefire order to apply to all forces under their control in the state of Jammu and Kashmir as of earlier practical date or dates to be mutually agreed upon within 4 days, and these 4 days after these proposals have been accepted by both governments. And this is regarding resolutions and follow-up of that, because war was going on. Well, B. High Commission of India and Pakistan forces agree to refrain from taking any measures that might augment military potential of forces under their control in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. For purpose of these proposals, forces under their control shall be considered to include all forces, organized and unorganized, fighting or participating in hostilities on their respective sides. Commander-in-Chief of Force of India and Pakistan shall promptly confer regarding any necessary local changes in present dispositions which may facilitate ceasefire. The in its discretion and Commission may find practicable, Commission will appoint military observers who, under authority of Commission and with cooperation of both commands, will supervise observance of case first order. Government of India and Government of Pakistan agree to appeal to their respective peoples to assist in creating and maintaining an atmosphere favorable to promotion of further negotiations. Part 2 Truce Agreement. Simultaneously, with acceptance of proposal for immediate cessation of hostilities as outlined in Part 1, both governments accept following principles as a basis for formulation of a truce agreement, details of which shall be worked out in discussion between their representatives and Commission. A1. As presence of troops of Pakistan in territory of state of Jammu and Kashmir constitutes a material change in situation since it was represented by government of Pakistan before Security Council, government of Pakistan agrees to withdraw its troops from that state. Government of Pakistan will use its best endeavor to secure withdrawal from state of Jammu and Kashmir of tribesmen and Pakistan nationals not normally resident therein who have entered this state for the purpose of fighting. A3. Pending a final solution, territory evacuated by Pakistan troops shall be administered by local authority under surveillance of Commission. B1. When Commission shall have notified Government of India, Government that Tribesmen in Pakistan nationals referred to in Part 2.1, Part 2A2, hereof have withdrawn, thereby thereby terminating situation which was represented by Government of India to Security Council as having occasion in presence of Indian forces in state of Jammu and Kashmir, and further that Pakistan forces are being withdrawn from state of Jammu and Kashmir. Government of India agrees to begin to withdraw bulk of their forces from state in stages to be agreed with Commission. Pending acceptance of conditions for a final settlement of situation in state of Jammu and Kashmir, Indian government will maintain within lines existing moment of ceasefire, those forces of its army which in agreement with Commission are considered necessary to assist local authorities in observance of law and order. Commission will have observers stationed where it deems necessary. Upon signature, full text of truce agreement of a communique containing principles thereof, as agreed upon by two governments and communities, will be made public. Part 3. Government of India and Government of Pakistan reaffirm their wish that future status of state of Jammu and Kashmir shall be determined in accordance with will of people, and to that end, upon acceptance of truce agreement by both governments, to enter into consultations with Commission to determine fair and equitable conditions whereby such free extensions will be assured. UN Security Council resolution of January 5, 1944. So these are all continuing in this same way. Just prime one I have explained to you, and practically speaking, truly speaking, this resolution still is valid, but this never realized due to certain reasons, and those reasons are as follows, which I'm now going to tell you about something else, and that is very very important, and that is called Simla Agreement, July 2, 1971, which is master agreement and which suppressed resolution. So you may say abeyance, they suspended that resolution. So because this document was filed with UNO by Indira Gandhi. Maybe you people are not clear about that, but this was 1972. Many of you were not born at that time. Bhutto and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and we can say our Indira Gandhi agreed in Shimla for this pact, and which is very dominating part. Till now it was July 2, 1972 when this agreement was signed after Bangladesh won and Pakistan forces surrendered. More than 92,000 soldiers of Pakistan got status of prisoners of war under India. And this agreement says, after resolutions, Shimla Agreement signed by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and President Zulfikar Ali Bhutto of Pakistan on 2nd July 1972 was much more than a peace treaty seeking to reverse consequences of 1971 war, that is, to bring about withdrawals of troops and an exchange of POWs, that's called prisoner of wars. It was a comprehensive blueprint for good neighborly relations between India and Pakistan. Under Simla Agreement, both countries undertook to abjure conflict and confrontation which had marred relations in the past and to work towards establishment of durable peace, friendship and cooperation. Simla Agreement contains a set of guiding principles mutually agreed to by India and Pakistan, which both sides would adhere to while managing relations with each other. These emphasize respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, non-interference in each other's internal affairs, respect for each other's unity, political independence, sovereign equality, and abjuring hostile propaganda. Following principles of agreement are, however, particularly noteworthy. These are a mutual commitment to peaceful resolution of all issues through direct bilateral approaches. This is very important and a powerful statement that a mutual commitment to peaceful resolution of all issues through direct bilateral approaches. Then, build foundations of a cooperative relation with a special focus on people to people contacts. Uphold, uphold inviolability of line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, which is a most important confidence building measure between India and Pakistan and a key to durable peace. India has faithfully observed similar agreement in conduct of its relations with Pakistan. Now, text of similar agreement. This is text. Agreement on bilateral relations between Government of India and Government of Pakistan. Government of India and Government of Pakistan are resolved that two countries put an end to conflict and confrontation that have hitherto marred their relations and work for promotion of a friendly and harmonious relationship and establishment of durable peace in subcontinent so that both countries may henceforth devote their resources and energies to pressing talk of advancing welfare of their people. In order to achieve this objective, Government of India and Government of Pakistan have agreed as follows that principles and purposes of Charter of United Nations shall govern relations between two countries. It's very important. Maybe we are not accepting this. Principles of purposes of Charter of United Nations shall govern relations between two countries. That two countries are resolved to settle their differences by peaceful means through bilateral negotiations or by any other peaceful means mutually agreed upon between them, pending final settlement of any of problems between two countries. Neither side shall unilaterally alter situation and both shall prevent organization, assistance, or encouragement of any acts detrimental to maintenance of peace and harmonious relations. That prerequisite for reconciliation, good neighborliness, and durable peace between them is a commitment by both countries to peaceful coexistence, respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, and non-interference in each other's internal affairs on basis of equality and mutual benefit. That basic issues and causes of conflict which have bedeviled relations between two countries for last 25 years shall be resolved by peaceful means. That they shall always respect each other's national unity, territorial integrity, political independence, and sovereign equality. That in accordance with Charter of United Nations, they will refrain from threat or use of force against territorial integrity or political independence of each other. Both governments will take all steps within their power to prevent hostile propaganda directed against each other. Both countries will encourage dissemination of such information as will promote development of friendly relations between them in order progressively to restore and normalize relations between two countries. Step by step it was agreed that steps shall be taken to resume communications, postal, telegraph, sea, land including border posts and air links including overflights. Appropriate steps shall be taken to promote travel facilities for national of other country. Trade and cooperation in economic and other agreed fields will be resumed as far as possible. Exchange in fields of science and culture will be promoted. In this connection, delegation from two countries shall meet from time to time to work out necessary details. In order to initiate process of establishment of durable peace, both governments agree that India and Pakistan forces shall be withdrawn to their side of international border. In Jammu and Kashmir, line of control resulting from ceasefire of December 17, 1971 shall be respected by both sides without prejudice to recognize position of either side. Neither side shall seek to alter to unilaterally irrespective of mutual differences and legal interpretations. Both sides further undertake to refrain from threat or use of force. In violation of this line, withdrawals shall commence upon entry into force of this agreement and shall be completed within a period of 30 days thereof. This agreement will be subject to ratification by both countries in accordance with their respective constitutional procedures and shall come into force with effect from date on which instruments of ratifications are exchanged. Both governments agree that their respective heads will meet again at a mutually convenient time in future, and that in meanwhile representatives of two sides shall meet to discuss further modalities and arrangements for establishment of durable peace and normalization of relations, including questions of repatriation of prisoners of wars, and civilian interness, a final settlement of Jammu and Kashmir, and resumption of diplomatic relations. Signature are Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister of Republic of Bharat, India. Signature Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, President, Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Date is 2nd July 1972. So these are two agreements, dominating agreements you can say, UN Resolution Agreement and Simla Agreement. People may accept or may not accept. These are to be accepted at international level. Whatever government says, I don't care about that. Facts are facts, documents are documents. You may accept, you may not accept, that is a different issue. Now issue comes back. What government did and what it should have done. They are a different opinion. If you go through instrument of accession, which is first document, initial document, original document, origin of start of the solution of Jammu and Kashmir, but that has been converted to a dispute, a sheer top dispute now. This accession was signed by King Hari Singh under certain conditions, and these conditions have been told. Four conditions, that only for those four conditions Government of India would be responsible, and for other conditions state of Jammu and Kashmir would be an autonomous on its own. Sovereignty was not compromised. King Hari Singh never compromised sovereignty of its state. Only change was Prime Minister shall be designated as Chief Minister and King shall be designated as Governor, and that's it. That instrument of accession is constitutional document which has now been scrapped. It was an accession document, and this created 370 Constitution of India article, which is now in dispute, which they say that we have murdered this, death of this article. If you have killed this article, there are so many resulting consequences, adverse consequences, which neither politician of this BJP and nor of Congress, nor of others, and no lawyers of this country. Unfortunately, Bar Council has congratulated Government of India on abolition, on scrapping of this article, which is out of my understanding at least. I am not a lawyer, but everybody has mind. It is not mathematics, it is integral calculation, it is not calculus differential equation, it is not trigonometry, it is not coordinate geometry, and it is none of physics, chemistry, biology, or rocket science. This is simple English language. And law, I can speak English, I can understand English, you can also do same. You can read constitution, you can understand constitution. What they have done, What they have done? Let us see. There are two documents. One is in Constitution of India, Article 370, which says instrument of accession is there. It clearly says temporary provision is there, but they don't understand temporary provision has been converted to virtual permanent status. They are not clear about that because they did not read anything. Nobody, it seems that nobody studied instrument of accession. President signed blindly. Prime Minister did not read that. And Amit Shah is master of everything. He knows everything. Read that document. It says, I shall not accept Constitution India that would be made in future. That would be constituted in future. It is up to the state of Jammu and Kashmir whether or not to accept constitution of that country. Means they wanted to have complete autonomy despite they joined our country. They joined. Of course, it is true. But this joint had certain defects. They did not merge. They did not constitute with us in a status of permanent welded joint, just a tag joint. And that tag could be broken anytime. These people, our politicians, are playing with our country. Congress is playing, BJP is playing. So far, none of these speakers in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha or others, in these lawyers and whosoever they spoke, they are just talking bifurcation of states. They are just talking union territories. That is nothing. They are not talking real. They are not talking accession, which is main thing. Constitution Order 48, 1954 is a creation of Article 370. Both are interwoven. What they have done? President of India has resolved to fire that Constitutional Order 48, 1954 and substitute that with this new order which says this application of JNK laws or JNK constitution would be removed and our constitution of Bharat, that is Constitution of India, shall in full apply to state of Jammu and Kashmir now, which is now union territories. Okay, you want that, fine. But you have to understand simple mathematics and simple calculation of these two documents. What is 370 and what is CO 48? You have replaced stating that this is gone and Constitution directly applies, while this CO 48 defined how Constitution of Bharat India would apply on state of Jammu and Kashmir. This was a formula order. This was a constitutional order which defined the devised calculation for direction, a formula how governance of JNK would work in line to Constitution of India's satisfaction or contentment. That has gone. This means they are referring article of 370 and they are referring article this is CO 48. Now Amit Shah has replaced a one page CO and that is there which you can see yourself. Content you know all. That's not nothing to be defined again. You know all that content, which is very simple, that they say state assembly is now constituent assembly, state assembly of JNK is now constituent assembly, and all other provisions have gone because there was some designations that they have changed, and that's no problem at all. Question is, you have removed Constitutional Order 48, no problem to me at least, but you have to understand once you remove this order and you use 370, what are its aftermath effects? A common sense person can say simply what Prime Minister say, I don't care, and what Amit Shah say, I also don't care, and what Imran Khan says, I also don't care that, and what Kapil Sibal or Singhvi or others say, they say all their business. My saying as citizen of this country, as a thinker, is something else. Accession of Jammu and Kashmir to Bharat, original document, if you remove Article 370, means what? This accession of Jammu and Kashmir instrument to Bharat means also scrapped, right or not? This defines 370. as temporary provision. But you are saying 370 is dead. This means access document is also dead. And you have said that you remove CO 48 1984 and substitute it with CO 2019, defining Constituent Assembly as State Assembly. And you are using this order when there is no State Assembly. You have not taken consent of State Assembly to draw this resolution which President signed. This means what? Means President signed on a void. State Assembly does not exist. And you assume that Parliament is State Assembly. This stupidity cannot be measured by any formula. Cannot be measured. How can our Parliament be Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir? Who can believe this and who can accept this? Means these people who are arguing on the State Assembly on this in this resolution 370 scrap, are they members of the State Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir, or they are citizens of Jammu and Kashmir? What right they have got on public of Jammu and Kashmir? Every government, every state has its own rights. This is nothing new. When we all joined 350 states to government constitution, everywhere there was an agreement. People approved that. Public approved that. How can you order something without having approval of that public? This is open question. You are violating fundamental rights of all citizens of that state. Is there nothing to say about this? If there is no state assembly, you ask all people, you have a vote from them what they want. You did not do that. You think that you are Jammu and Kashmir public, Prime Minister is public, and Amit Shah is public, and these 542 people are public, and 250 in Rajya Sabha are public, and President is public, Jammu and Kashmir. Who shall accept this? You have caused a drawback in Parliament, you have caused a drawback in Constitution, and this is your responsibility. Congress is also foolish. They are not understanding anything. This person, Amit Shah, did not give a chance to anybody to read this document and analyze this document, and just in FSR, they are voting on this in Rajya Sabha as well as in Lok Sabha. If you do something in panic, something in FSR way, result will be negative and impactful. And this will go to happen, I'm sure. Whatever they have done till now, there are two things. One is they are right, other things they are not right. There are two considerations now. Are they right or are they not right? Public is happy because public does not know law. Public doesn't analyze anything. You read what people are writing, people are dancing and people are playing as something. They don't know what's happened. 98% people who are enjoying this, they are unaware what for they are enjoying. Yes, they don't know anything. Whatever I explained to now regarding resolution, regarding similar agreement, regarding accession instrument, they know nothing. They are only enjoying. 370, they are only interested in buying land in Jammu and Kashmir. That is their destiny and aim. And that's why Prime Minister wants to be full public. Really. People are planning to buy land, they are wrong. They don't understand what they have done. What we have done, they don't know. We have done havoc for us. And Pakistan is doing another havoc. Instead of cooperating with each other, they are playing with havoc. If you think positively what public is thinking, that is your congratulation. You enjoy that. Be happy. Be happy until you are dead. In imagination. Simple. You say that instrument of accession of Jammu and Kashmir 1947 is dead, right? You are not saying that. You are not saying that. You are saying reorganization of state. What state and what reorganization? Where are reorganization? See, this Delhi Chief Minister cannot understand. This is mechanical engineer. He cannot understand. President cannot understand. Just sign. Finish. Even God cannot sign without checking your luck, without checking your acts. God will not sign. You're God. You sign anything. Prime Minister, are you God? Prime Minister, you're God. These fools, 542 or I don't know what they are talking of in Parliament. They are killing ticks, they are digging, they are excavating their pits to die. and they have excavated that. Very simple answer that Article 370 has gone because CO40 had gone. You understand what I'm saying? Constitutional Order 48, 9 and 40, 54 and accession document and Article 370 all are interwoven. You fire one, all three will fire. You fire CO48, automatically three will fire. You fire accession document, all three will fire. You have caused fire to state of Jammu and Kashmir. This means state of Jammu and Kashmir in your legal terms has burnt. This means this is not your state. Simple. You are saying accession to Jammu and Kashmir has gone because you have removed C48 and you have removed 317. This means accession is gone. And if accession of JNK to Bharat has gone, what does it mean? Can you imagine? Can you conceive? What does it mean? You cannot. Because you are in only on some pride. Oh, we have done this. This couldn't happen 370 years. I am thankful to Congress. Believe me, I'm not Congress person. But keeping and understanding what they have done, Congress did it for 70 years without impacting. They kept these people peaceful. They polished them, they oiled them for 70 years so that they keep for us, they have a heart for Bharat so that they join Bharat gradually. Because they didn't want to join us. Hari Singh never wanted to join us. But Congress did a good work for 70 years. Now I'm realizing I'm not against Congress or favor, but they have a patience, degree of patience. And 1947 to 2014, they absorbed these people. Land is not important, people are important. But for them, land is important because they want to buy this land. All land they want to buy and give to Reliance. And these people should back there, should work there. Jammu and Kashmir people, this is their plan, which can never realize because whatever done, they are not done accordingly. Had this been their plan, they would have designed that way. But they are not understanding what they have done. They have done reverse. Believe me, they have done reverse. And if you take what they have done is right, then it is another problem. You are doing something your way. There are two parties to accession instrument. One party is Bharat, which accepted that instrument. Other party is JNK. Hari Singh means public of JNK. He proposed this, means he wanted to join us and they approved that. So there are two stakeholders in that accession document. You are acceptor of that and that one is proposer of that. This doesn't mean you can do everything your way. You did everything your way, one-sided. Where is that party? Did you ask that party? Hari Singh is no more, we know. But Jammu and Kashmir is there. If Constituent Assembly is not there, if Legislative Assembly is not there, Governor is no one. Governor has no legal entity to decide on behalf of public. Governor can supervise government. Governor can check assembly, but governor can check assembly only when assembly is there. Assembly is not existing, but people are not dead. People of Jammu and Kashmir are there. You should have conducted vote from them. You should have conducted like a referendum. What should be done? You did not do that. I'm not talking of your resolution. No, here doesn't apply. You have decided something on your own, one-sided, one-ended. You have forgotten that there are some stakeholders. Means you don't recognize international bodies. You don't recognize UNO now. You have no value of that resolution. This resolution by Congress mandate had been dead for 70 years. This was achievement of Congress, believe me. They kept this document dead for 70 years. And now that document has become a Kumbhakarna. You know who's Kumbhakarna? Ravan's brother, who was sleeping, used to sleep. This document had been working as Kumbhakarna for 70 years, and now it has come up. It has come up. You cannot defy UNO. You are not that powerful. You are not America. You have no veto power. And you have not that much money, you can fight with the whole world. America has money or he has reputation, he can do whatever he wants. So you fight with China, or he fights with EU, or he fights with whatever he wants to fight. That is different. We cannot compare also with America. what we are, what authority we have involved. You are challenging UNO, you are challenging Pakistan, because Pakistan is also involved. You are challenging public of Jammu and Kashmir just to keep some population of our country happy, to please them. This is your design. You want your Hindu vote, your Rajput vote, your Pandit vote, and vote from some foolish society of this country just to come to you, and that's it. This is your design. For that purpose, you have challenged all this. Means I am powerful, I can do whatever I want, I can wash out this argument, I don't care about this, and you are mixed with my country, you are part of my country. How can you do that without asking other person? Other party is dead. You have already jailed that party. That party doesn't exist in the eyes of public now because they are in lockup. That is whole state of Jammu and Kashmir is a jail now. Whole state of Jammu and Kashmir, you have locked them, which is another crime. You have burnt accession instrument, means you have no right to claim that Jammu and Kashmir is your land. This is the implication of that. Do you understand? That has gone. That document is gone. Article 370 is gone. CF 48 is gone. This means practically, legally, virtually, that land does not belong to you now. Do you understand this? You cannot understand this because you have no mind to understand. You cannot calculate. You just want to grab that land. In legal sense, that day when this comes into effect, whole Jammu and Kashmir land is, per international norms, occupied by Bharat. Do you realize that fact? You cannot realize that fact because this is hard fact. This is chilli. This is filfil, mirch. Because you wanted to please. Unfortunately, you are not pleased public. Public is not understanding. You have done something against the interest of this country. You should have asked those people. Governor is not master of this country, and Prime Minister is also not master of this country, and President is also not master of this country. JNK people is related to JNK public. Your plan is something else, and that's what I understand. Your plan is that under this power, you buy all land of Jammu and Kashmir through Reliance or through someone and let them stay there, and all public, hell with public. This is your plan. Because you buy everywhere, do you think they will sell? Oh, I know they will not sell, but you will acquire a name of projects. This is your plan. This plan is very dangerous, believe me. Don't think Pakistan is sleeping. They are not sleeping. Don't think Arab is sleeping. They are not sleeping. Don't think OIC is sleeping. They are not sleeping. You have generated enmity between Pakistan and India, accelerated this and augmented this. And Arab world shall become enemy to you now, whole Arab world. Because you are thinking you are Israel. Your status, you are thinking Israel. Israel is different. It's a part of America, in fact, virtually. They are separate country, but it's America. Israel and America were in same line. Only name is different, country is different. Israel means America and America means Israel. This is fact, everybody knows this. You want to be Israel and want JNK to be Palestine? No, it's not going to happen. You have done some unacceptable mistake. It's still time. Congress, you understand, you are a fool. Why did you speak about this accession document? Nobody spoke about this document. You are just talking bifurcation of the state and union territory. It's nothing to do with it. This is not your land. How can you decide that? You have scrapped your land. You have gone now to same state of 1947 when Hari Singh did not access to you that day. Till that day, you have pulled this country back to that one legally. Now this case is going to UNO. Pakistan is taking it. Pakistan is taking to OIC. You cannot stop Pakistan. It's not your country. Pakistan is taking to UNO. He is taking to OIC, and he is taking this to every way. Possible route, possible chart is taking. Then what you do? UNO will not help you because you have done illegal work. You have no unilateral right to decide as such because you are bound by certain agreement, accession agreement. Your 370 has nothing to do with international law. Your CO order has nothing to do with international law. Accession instrument is international because this was agreement with two nations. JNK was not your princely state, it was a nation. At that time, there was a prime minister and there was a king. And your prime minister, your Lord Mountbatten, both agreed. This is two nations agreement. Do you understand that? How can you take unilateral decision on an agreement that is bilateral and then UN resolution? Well, luckily it didn't work out that time. Very good, no problem. Congress played with that. Congress superseded a kind of, so I cannot say superseded, but equal to supersession by similar agreement, which was an intelligent agreement. Now you destroy that also, because that agreement says bipartisan talks must be no third party involvement. But what, you have changed something unilaterally. Your other party is not involved. Had you involved public, it's not different, would be different. But you have neither cared for JNK nor cared to talk with Pakistan. So you are alone in triangle. One, there are three corners of a triangle. Only the figure is generated. Now you have removed two corners. What is left? A point, and point has no value. There are not even two lines, triangle. No, it's only one point. So you are that point, and Bharat is one point, and point cannot exist. There is no measurement of point. Point cannot be measured. It can be located only. Understand what I'm saying? You have caused havoc just to please public and without understanding what you have done. And Congress is a fool party now, I can say. They have not analyzed anything. This is a problem. People in our politics are fools and people in our public are super fools. I don't know for what they are dancing, I don't understand. I could not understand 1% why for what for they are dancing and celebrating, what they have achieved. They are interested in buying lands, that's it. Oh, you can buy land only when this belongs to you. On what basis you are interested to buy lands? Who will allow you to buy lands? Is your country, have you won it? You cannot win it now. It was annexation to you, it was accession to you. And you on your own, you can say it is merged base or a bhin part, your, what do you call it, I don't know. Integrated part. Where is integrated agreement? There is accession agreement. Where is integrated agreement? Is there some agreement which says Jammu and Kashmir integrated with you? It says integrated only for 4 points, 4 conditions: external affairs, defense, communication, etc., and travel, transportation. They agreed only for 4 conditions, but none more than that. So you created everything your way. I don't understand what type of people you are. Peace, despite to achieve, in spite of achieving peace, you have broken peace. Now you think UN will help you? You will help you. You think you will get international support? You will not get international support. Accept Israel. Because Israel is your partner. I know. Israel will support you. What does it mean? No meaning Israel supports you. How it will help you in UN? When Pakistan is moving to UN, no, this civilization is gone. Third party has to come. And UN can be third party. UN have the power to decide, or they can appoint America or someone else, or maybe France, or maybe some other person of the commission to act as UN. Then, what shall you do? You have brought country again to UN resolution that referendum is a must, and this is going to happen now. Or this public, if they understand, they analyze, Jammu and Kashmir public, they have a freedom themselves now because of this modification of law. Freedom that they can simply say now that accession has gone. You have nothing to do with us. We are not part of yours. You said accession is finished. So we have come back. We have come back from your country. We have our own land and we recognize it as our land. They can declare themselves, we are independent. What shall you do? Even you cannot go to UN, no. They will not help you. Only thing you can start war and that's it. You will do that. I think you are prepared for that. Pakistan is also not understanding. They are also preparing for war. You see what Imran Khan in their assembly joint session he said, both are thinking to war. That's all. Resort to war. Is that solution? I don't want what you people want. I don't know. I don't know what you want. Do we want to exist or do we want to finish? Havoc done by our government, and another havoc shall be done by Pakistan. Real affected party is people of Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, and they are Kashmir particularly. They are in jail now. If you can arrest people like chief minister, past chief ministers, what is there left? Whole community in international think that if you can arrest chief ministers, past chief ministers, what treatment shall you give to a very low profile person, very low profile citizen of JNK? Means human rights are impacted upon. It's proved that you can go to any extent. This is foolishness, very foolishness. Just you want people of other communities to be happy, and what these people shall get ultimately. I am promising you cannot buy land there by application of this amendment, because if not today, after a few days, these public of Kashmir shall sit, they shall read what has happened. You cannot keep them in jail forever. You cannot keep them in jail forever. They will analyze, but there are many intelligent people among them also, and they will understand what does it mean. If I can understand, many of you may understand why they cannot understand. Then you will be a loser, full loser. What past governments achieved in 70 years, they kept Jammu and Kashmir with them by whatever means. You have destroyed that. And you are saying, I have done this in 70 years, I have brought stability to JNK. You think money can buy everything? You are saying, I will spend money there, business shall start there, industrialists shall go there, you mean to say Reliance will go there and they will buy lands and start developing factories and this. You think Jammu and Kashmir people are sellable? Same thing America said. This Kashgar, son-in-law of American president, he said same thing for Palestine, for Egypt, for Syria, etc. We'll pay money and start this. They are businessmen. You think businessmen can buy people? They can hire people, but they cannot buy people. There's a difference, hiring and buying. You hire them. You think Kashmiris can be bought? You think so? They cannot be bought. If they were so easy to be bought, Congress would have bought them. Congress, you think of foolish? You think Atal Bihari was foolish? He could not understand it. He could do same. You think VP Singh was foolish? Or Gujral was foolish? Or Swarna is foolish? Only Modi is intelligent. Only Amit Shah is intelligent. All were foolish. Jawaharlal, who bought this Kashmir to itself, he could not do the same thing which you do. Why you think you are intelligent and you are so powerful? Powerful doesn't mean intelligent. Because you are thinking you are in power, it does not give you by default degree of intelligence. No. You have not done intelligent task. This you have not done in visionary work. People are writing so many things on internet. And when I posted this accession instrument, some of them change mind. They're talking now different language. Because people are not well informed. You did not consider instrument accession. Let people don't know about that. And maybe you don't know about that. Because you are not intellectuals. And IS officers never care about anything. Maybe that instrument accession, none of you read. And that is the result of what has been done. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. I am an ordinary person. If I can think, why you can't think? President is loyal luminary. He signed, I don't know for what. What he thought it is. Does he not know there is instrument accession? Accession was there, now it is de-accession. It is aggression. In effect, I hope Supreme Court declares presidential order void. I hope that. And if it happens, it shall be in the interest of this country. If Supreme Court declares or adjudicates that this resolution which President passed is declared null and void, I'll be happy. At least this damage control will be there. But you have done everything to damage existing status quo. I don't know who told you this, who advised you this, what you wanted to prove. You never think about anything when you did this denomination issue, the notebandi issue. You did not think. When you did GST issue, you did not think. And when you did this issue, you never had applied any degree of thinking. And that is drawback. That is bad luck for people. I don't know why people are so excited in our country. Believe me, I don't understand. They are excited. They are just for something happened. They start dancing. They start distributing sweets without knowing what has happened. I am sure 95% people and those who know they are not understanding also. Lower, what there was need of bar council to congratulate in this issue. Are bar council fools? Do they not understand? They understand. I don't know. They understand. They don't understand. There's no issue to congratulate on this issue. What you have done? Have you defeated Pakistan? What you have done? You are doing something in your home. That's it. You can do anything in your home. You can be president of your home. You can be prime minister of your home. Who bothers? Nobody bothers. But you can be prime minister in your home only for your case, which doesn't affect someone else. But here somebody is there and you are saying there's no one. They are saying international issue. It was an international issue until Simla agreement was live. Even though it was not an international issue till that time, because Simla agreement means two parties, ours and Pakistan. Still there are two parties. Bilateral activity had to happen, but that bilaterality has gone now, died. Only unilateral activity you did. Same thing they are doing, Pakistan people. They are now going to condemn by their parliament the same which you have done. What you did, you scrapped 370, and they are doing reverse. They are condemning it by parliament, through parliament. So what does it mean? It happens same way as Atal Bihari did. They passed a resolution that in this time that Kashmir is our integral part. Okay, you pass it, no problem. It's your home. You can pass everything and anything. Next day, Pakistan did same. That is our integral part. So what does it mean? In your home, a dog is a lion, right? In your home, you are lion. But on the road, you are nothing. You're behind car and car runs away. No meaning of that. I don't know who advised you, who is such highest degree of stupid in this country who advised you like this. That person has gone mad. He should be admitted to lunatic asylum immediately, or his mind has stopped working. I don't know. I don't want to criticize too much because somebody has died today. Sushma Swaraj has gone. That was a good lady, good minister. Though it was from BJP, but when character is there, when quality is there, one has to say that. This is a condoling day today. Yet, things cannot be avoided. Unfortunate it is that we are passing through a phase which is very, very dangerous. You think when you remove this lockup from state of Kashmir and Jammu and Kashmir, when people come out, when life comes to normal, it will happen peaceful. Then they shall accept you, your decisions. They shall welcome you. They shall call prime minister there and you can say welcome him. No, they will not. If there was one terrorist, now there will be 10 terrorists. Those who are not doing terrorism, they will become terrorists. Now, you have opened a room, opened a gate for people to become terrorists. Now they are under your control. People cannot fight with military. It's impossible. Already you have sent thousands and thousands of military people there or paramilitary people there. They cannot do anything. But don't forget, Pakistan is not sleeping. You think they are sleeping? They can also send their forces. And he said yesterday, yes, the same thing he said. They are not going to sleep. They will not sleep. He criticized RSS at length. He referred to this. They are racialist people. They think they are superior and they think Muslims are inferior. He told all this in his address to Parliament joint session. He is lion in his area. He has tiger in his area, and you have tiger in your area. That's all. That's the difference. You think I am super, and he thinks he's super. He said that he wanted to have conduct. He wanted to talk with Prime Minister Modi, but Prime Minister Modi ignored him. He said that I tried many times, but he met somewhere. I don't know where he told some place they met, and the prime minister didn't want to talk. He said that if the prime minister of Pakistan is saying that the prime minister Modi didn't want to, they will not show any express interest to talk, so why should I beg? Well, this is what. If somebody wants to talk, at least you give an opportunity to talk. You think by doing this way, by separation of people, by legal amendments, you win people? You will not win people. If they were happy with you or with Congress before, now they will not be happy with you. If you are supposed to, maybe 50% people were happy with you that we like to do Bharat, join Bharat. Now none of them will like to come to you because you have done something which you should not have done. We have not done intellectual act, we have done a stupid act. I don't understand. Believe me, I feel today that people did a mistake to elect these people, BJP people, Congress people. Congress is also not that much now. They are very highly qualified people who they cannot read. Chidambaram wanted to speak also, he avoided. He could have spoken, he said something, but he said, you will discover yourself in future. It is an international issue. You cannot say no. There are agreements. Resolution is there. UN resolution is there. Similar agreement is there. How can you say this is an international issue? You have made it international. It was bipartisan issue. But now you have made it. Why don't you talk to Pakistan? What problem is there? Now he's openly saying. Before he was doing this, now he says, I'll do everything. You say whatever you want to say. He clearly says, I will help them. I will we 22 crore people of Pakistan are with people of Jammu and Kashmir. This is what Pakistan claims now. It's a big statement, open statement in parliament. Are you not concerned with that? Previously it was hidden something, is helping terrorism or not helping terrorism. Now they are openly saying we will do it. Each and every, we will go to all forums which are possible in this way. In this question, we will go to each and every, we will do whatever we want. They are saying, people, we are with you. Who this is all Kashmiri people are with. We are with you. Now they are open. You made them open. You unlocked their door and they are open now. You cannot even oppose them now. You cannot oppose them because international community will not listen to you. You have done something irregular, illegitimate. That's all. When illegitimate action is taken, illegal action is taken, nobody can support you. You have taken an action which was not due, which was not becoming, but you have done something just to please some people of this country. I don't know, maybe for votes. Well, that is right. For election, you should do that. As you did abuse EVMs in last election, you did that. Well, that's the way how to win election. But that is not permanent. You are not durable community. You are not durable political people. You are broken. You just want to take chance and that's it. Means you have no program. You have no consistency. You have no competency to continue forever. You are long-term horse. You are not. You are short-term horse. Just run and get it. Don't run. It will not help you. Because you are not going to stay for 500 years also. You may be Modi or you may be Shah. There is a limit to live. Now, your revered Sushma Swaraj is gone. One day we have to go also. You shall also go. After that, you have to think this. People are human beings. You cannot pull them to your choice. You cannot. Better. Still you cancel this, abrogate this, and tell in court, finish it. Or believe me, you have put our country into problem. People are not understanding, bhakts are not understanding. They are don't know in which what their mind is, in which what they are living. Oh, they plan to buy lands. I don't know why people are so foolish. Educated people are foolish. Illiterate are also foolish. They are dancing, random. No, what for what? There's no reason. Yes, had there been an agreement between 2 or 3, including people of Kashmir, you would have celebrated. If there is an agreement that this part is yours, this part is mine, or line of control is permanent, or something like that, had there been something, would be happy. But there is nothing as such. So, well, I don't want to talk on news because this is very delicate issue. I just express my mind, my coordinated documents for you people, that we have to understand our preambles of constitution. We have to understand our duties, fundamental duties under Article 51A, and these are not understood by our government. These are not understood by our first citizen, unfortunately. These are not understood by Congress also, and these are not understood by all leaders, all lawyers, and all. I don't understand why lawyers congratulated Modi. I don't understand. Believe me, this is out of my mind. Same people used to say before, when I was young and used to be some lawyers for some cases, they say Jammu and Kashmir is only with us for few years and it shall go. Well, I think I was too young that time. It was in 1980s something, 1970s or 80s, that this person was a lawyer. He used to say, this Jammu and Kashmir shall not stay with us for more than few years. I could not understand that time because I was too young. But that person was right. There was a problem. We didn't know, and still we don't know what problem is. We only say this about this. By saying that this is our integral part, it cannot be integral part. You have to prove it. Yes, India, Bharat is your part, but that part, that Jammu and Kashmir was not with you when you got liberation. That party came to you, and they just wanted to be helped for something, some dispute, some fighting with Kashmir. They just want to help, and for that purpose, they came to you, and they did not come to you for full absorption. They came to you only for under specific conditions, which you have to realize. If you could not convince them to merge with us, whose problem is that? Status is that they did not merge with us. That is a fact. They came us for temporary measures, and these temporary measures is still temporary, but virtually permanent, because this is specific. There was special status, and special status cannot be temporary. Court has also educated that, but these people never believe in documents reading. They believe in hearsay, and that's all. Well, time would tell now what is right, what is wrong, what court says. People are going to court about this issue and RTI and many about issues. Time would say what it's, because court is also not very dynamic now. They are also afraid of Modi, and they're also not that open and dynamically open. They're also afraid, scared, as something I become lawyer, my will become lawyer, and this is not good for us. If court, even Supreme Court thinks that way, so what to do? If suppose they give a decision, they deliver in favor of the government, what we can do? Nothing. But public has to think. Public of JNK, it is their power. It is they who enjoy that land. Their plan now, their government plan is that they should go out of state, and that's it. Nothing more about it. You buy every land everywhere, let them get out. That's it. Or work their servants. This is the plan, none more than this. Means no JNK citizen owner of land, so this land belongs to owners, and that's it. This is the plan. Means they want to buy land, just like Israel to Palestine. US says, take money, we'll put projects here. You take this opportunity. We are paying you this much. We may make $50 billion to you. You enjoy this. This means they want to buy Palestine. They don't want Palestine there. They don't want two state solutions. They want only one state solution. Israel is everywhere, and you either be servant to them, you take this money or get lost. This is what America wants. Same thing here. Modi has become America and Israel. Same, they are following. Only Israel will support us, no one else. China will not support you. US, if US is administrator, or you can say empire or referee, or you can say arbitrator, he can become arbitrator only when he is impartial. But now he is with Israel, and he could be with you or with someone else. He cannot be. I don't know what's happening in future regards. What will happen? I can't say now, but something would be unbecome. It will be unbecoming. UNO, what UNO does? Does it take this case or no? Or they ignore this? They still say no. This is bilateral. They have to answer. I only say, to my understanding, this is a big blunder till now. What they used to say, it is blunder, but Jawaharlal. Okay, Jawaharlal did blunder, but you have done master blunder. You have done super blunder. That blunder could be solved, but this blunder cannot be solved because you have to cut your legs by abolishing, by firing accession article. That is rude. That is everything. After that's a follow up. CO 48 was follow up and Article 370 was follow up. But this was not follow up. This is origin, x axis and y axis origin it is. Now in which axis you go to zero, positive x axis or negative x axis, positive y axis or negative y axis. It's up to you. Where do you go? So I really feel unpleased with intellectuals who are not even understanding. Forget Modi and forget Agar. I'm talking of those intellectuals who must understand this, but they are also talking baseless, irrelevant, nothing linked to that. They are not realizing that you have lost something. You have lost Kashmir and Jammu from your legal right. They are not understanding this simple issue. When you have done something which you should not have done, accession is aggression. Maybe people of Kashmir not understand, very good if they don't understand. At least this will stay with us by false statement, by false means. But they have intelligent people like Yasmin, I think, Yasmin and Abdullah and many more, they know all this. You should not think people are foolish. People know about this. When they know it, they will definitely act on that. And they act on that, what shall happen to us? भारत भारत नहीं रहा, क्या करें? कुछ पागल लोग, कुछ बेवकूफ लोग इस देश पे राज करने आ रहे हैं, आ गए. कुछ जनता 80-90% जनता पागल बन चुकी है. उन्हें कुछ समझ नहीं आता, बस नाचो गाओ खेल मनाओ, हो गया, सब हो गया. देश ऐसे हो जाए तो आप क्या करेंगे? सोरी, मैं तो कहता हूँ सोती सोसाइटी. हम लोग सो रहे हैं, अब भी सो रहे हैं, बस जगा दो, ये मिल गया, मैं खुश रहेंगे, ना सिर्फ सो जाएंगे. कुछ है नहीं, सब बर्बाद कर दो. ये लोग तो कर ही रहे हैं. कांग्रेस भी सो रही है, उसे कुछ पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. कांग्रेस पार्टी पता नहीं कहाँ गायब हो गई, मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा. राहुल बेवकूफ बना दिया, सबको बेवकूफ बन गया, पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है, कहाँ कर रहा है. कपिल सिब्बल क्या बोल रहा है, कोई क्या बोल रहा है, सोनिया गांधी क्या सोच रही है, कौन क्या सोच रहा है, कुछ पता नहीं है. सबको पता है ईवीएम की चोरी हुई है, वोटों में हेराफेरी हुई है, कोई बोल नहीं रहा, सब चुप है. पता नहीं क्या डर है उनको, कौन सी फांसी लग गई उनको, क्या उन्होंने ऐसा क्राइम किया जो डर रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं बोल रहे. या वो भी वही मिले में उनसे कि इस बार तुम, इस बार मैं, इस बार तुम, इस बार मैं. और इस उल्लू देखो दिल्ली वाले केजरीवाल को, कह रहा जी बहुत अच्छा किया. ये भी बन गया बीजेपी वाला, ये भी बन गया आरएसएस वाला. क्या करोगे आप? अरे भाई क्या अच्छा किया बता तो दे. केजरीवाल क्या अच्छा किया है तो समझा दे. अपने लिए तो फुल स्टेटस मांगता है, दूसरों का अच्छा किया, वो बॉर्डर स्टेट को अच्छा किया. ऐसे ऐसे लोग हैं. अरे पानी देने से, बिजली देने से देश नहीं चलता फ्री में. पानी ले लो फ्री, बिजली ले लो फ्री, कुछ करके भी तो दिखाओ. स्कूल बना दिए, ये बना दिए, खाली स्कूल बनने के लिए आया था क्या? तो ऐसी बात क्यों करते हो? समझ नहीं आ रही. तो जब बात ही तो बस समझ नहीं आ रही तो क्यों फालतू बोल रहे हो यार? इंजीनियर हो, सोच समझ के बात करो, पढ़े लिखे आदमी हो, लॉजिक जानते हो, साइंस जानते हो, मैथमेटिक्स जानते हो, डफर वाली बात क्यों कर रहे हो? और बहुत से लोग हैं, हाँ जी हम सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, माया, इसको मायावती का देख लो. अरे यार तुम तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनने वाली थी, अब तुम ऐसी बात कर रही हो कि जी ठीक है हम सपोर्ट करते हैं. मतलब तुम सारे उल्लू हो क्या? मतलब तुम्हें सीट मिल गई ठीक है, नहीं तो यार जिसको मिल गई सिमचारी करते रहो, बस यही काम है. ऐसा क्या कर दिया उसने जो सपोर्ट कर रहे हो भाई? उसको खुद नहीं पता जिसने किया है कि मैंने क्या किया है. उसको खुद नहीं पता जिस प्रेसिडेंट ने साइन किया कि मैंने क्या किया. आप कह रहे हो अच्छा किया. अरे सच पूछो तो राष्ट्रपति को भी नहीं पता उसने क्या किया है. बता रहा हूँ मैं, सच बात, चैलेंज है मेरे, उसको पता तो पूछ लो. जबकि वो लॉयर है, वो रहा है लॉ में, उसको भी नहीं पता उसने क्या किया है. क्योंकि उसको इतनी हिम्मत नहीं है पूछे प्राइम मिनिस्टर से क्या है, या अमित शाह के सामने बोल ले वो. ना ना ना, अच्छा साइन करने जाओ बस. अरे जिसके ऑफिस के सामने गेट नंबर 38 पे लोग पेटिशन नहीं जमा कर सकते आरटीआई के अगेंस्ट, वो क्या राष्ट्रपति है? लोग गए पेटिशन डालने आरटीआई के अगेंस्ट, बहुत सारे लोग अरेस्ट कर लिया, सबको साइन करा करा के हजारों लोगों को ले गए भी हम पेटिशन देना है, गेट पे देना है, प्राइम प्रेसिडेंट के हाथ में नहीं देना है. सेक्रेटरी गेट फिक्स है, उसके लिए वहां से पुलिस ने भगा दिया. तुम लोगों को पेटिशन भी नहीं देने देते हो. इतना भी हक नहीं रहा पब्लिक का, क्योंकि डर है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर का डर है. राष्ट्रपति का डर किसी को नहीं है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर का डर है, अमित शाह का डर है उससे भी ज्यादा. अरे खा जाएगा वो, शक्ल देखो उसकी, साफ दिख रहा था कौन सा इंप्रेशन है शक्ल पे. तो क्या करोगे? कांग्रेस वाले बुज़दिलो औलाद बन गए, मेंढक बन गए तुम. कांग्रेस के लोगों को उम्मीद थी चलो कुछ करेगी, ये तो नहीं कर पाए. अब नहीं रही उम्मीद। अब तो पब्लिक की अपोजिशन बनेगी तब बनेगी बात। अब जब पार्टियां जब नहीं होती हैं तो क्या होता है, पब्लिक बनती है अपोजिशन। बहुत जगह हो रहा है, यहाँ भी सो रहे हैं, सब कोई चिंता नहीं हो गया, सस्ता खाना है, सस्ता सब कुछ है, मकान अपने लोग बना ही लेते हैं, कैसा कैसे, कोई ऐसी चिंता नहीं है। खा लेंगे यार, थोड़ा खा लेंगे, रह लेंगे। जब समाज ऐसा हो जाए, पता नहीं अंग्रेज क्यों चलेगा छोड़ के, मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा। हमको छोड़ के क्यों चलेगा, वो समझ क्यों नहीं पाए हम लोग कैसे हैं। ये बना रहे हैं नथुराम गोडसे, ये पूजा कर रहे हैं, ये कह रहे हैं अंग्रेजों ने हमें मुगलों से आजाद कराया। आप बताइए ये क्या हो रहा है। यही लोग कह रहे हैं इन्हें, आदमी की वो उसकी सेलिब्रेशन कर रहे थे विक्टोरिया की। अरे भाई हम उसको पूछ रहे हैं, विक्टोरिया की सेलिब्रेशन कर रहे हैं, इन्होंने हमें मुगलों से बचाया था। यार क्या क्या पागलपन छा गया देश में। मुगलों से किसने, अंग्रेजों ने मुगलों से बचाया था। तो क्या हद है, मतलब कोई कोई हिसाब ही नहीं है। अरे तुम तो अंग्रेजों को जूतियां साफ करते थे यार, तुम उनसे पैसे लेते थे, उनकी मुखबरी करते थे, खाना खिलाते थे वो तुम्हें, तुम कांग्रेस के खिलाफ उनके पास एंट्रियां देते थे, रिपोर्ट देते थे। तो तुम्हारी औकात क्या है, तुम्हारी कोई औकात नहीं है। वो गली के होते हैं ना गुंडे, शराब पी के थाने में जाके कहते हैं यार वहाँ शराब पी रहे, वहाँ ही हो रहा है, उसे कहते हैं पुलिस के मुखबर इन्फॉर्मर। तुम्हारा वो स्टेटस था वहाँ पे, गांधी ये कर रहा है, सुभाष वो कर रहा है, सुबह ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है, इतना तुम्हारा स्टेटस है। मतलब तुम बहुत ही लो प्रोफाइल के लोग हो, और आज तुम्हें भगवान ने बिठा दिया, पब्लिक ने बिठा दिया पावर की सीट पे, और आज तुम समझ रहे हम ही सब कुछ है। पावर किसी की नहीं हुई, किसी की पावर नहीं हुई आज तक। इंदिरा गांधी भी चली गई, हिटलर भी चला गया, और बहुत बुश भी चला गया, उसका बाप चला गया, बहुत चले गए, कोई रानी भुट्टो भी चला गया। भुट्टो तो कहता था 1000 साल तक लड़ेंगे हम, इंदिरा गांधी कहती थी हम 100 साल तक राज करेंगे, कर लिया। तो क्या है कहने से, कुछ भी कह लो, राजनीति है, कुछ भी पक लो। और प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी तो खुद ही जाता है कि इलेक्शन में क्या कुछ ही बोल दो, कौन पूछने वाला है, क्या होता है बाद में, कौन वैल्यू देता है। तो जब ऐसे हालात देश के, तो आप क्या करेंगे, सोचने की बात है। बस अब मैं ज़्यादा नहीं समझता कि बोलना ठीक है, क्या फ़ायदा ज़्यादा बोलने का। काम की बात करने थी कर दिया, अब आप लोगों की मर्जी है, मेरी बात को मानो नहीं मानो। मैंने अपना माइंड एक्सप्रेस कर दिया है कि जो मैंने समझा बता दिया, बाकी आपकी मर्जी है, आप मास्टर हैं अपनी चीज़ के। इसलिए अब मैं क्या करूँगा, बंद करूँगा, और क्या कल बात करेंगे, और जब भी टाइम मिलेगा किसी बारे में बात करने का। और ज़्यादा बात करने का मतलब ज़्यादा फिर वो लोग देखते भी नहीं है, क्या बोर कर रहा है, छोड़ो यार, 2 घंटे हो गए, पागल बना रहा है, फालतू की बातें कर रहा है। इसलिए बस धन्यवाद आपका सबका, जो भी होंगे, इसलिए बंद करता हूँ मैं। जय भारत।